Jephthah was a mighty warrior, a leader in turbulent times. The Israelites faced a dire threat from the Ammonites. Desperate for victory, Jephthah called upon God. He made a solemn vow, "If you give me victory over the Ammonites, whatever comes out of the doors of my house to meet me when I return in triumph, I will sacrifice it as a burnt offering to you." Jephthah's faith, though flawed, resonated with a desperate hope for deliverance. He led the Israelites with renewed vigor, fueled by the weight of his vow. The battle was fierce, a clash of swords and wills, but God granted Jephthah victory over their enemies. The Israelites, led by Jephthah's unwavering hand, crushed the Ammonite forces. Victory was theirs, but at what cost? Weary from battle, Jephthah returned home, the echoes of victory still ringing in his ears. As he approached his house, his heart must have pounded with a mix of triumph and dread. His daughter, his only child, rushed out to greet him. She danced with joy, celebrating her father's safe return and the victory he brought. The sight of his daughter, filled with innocent joy, shattered Jephthah's victory. His heart, still thrumming with the heat of battle, was now pierced by the icy dread of his vow. The very daughter he had fought to protect was now the object of his terrible promise. Jephthah's vow, made in haste and desperation, now cast a long shadow over his triumph. The scriptures tell us that he followed through on his vow, but the exact nature of his daughter's fate remains a subject of debate. Some interpretations understand the text literally, believing Jephthah sacrificed his daughter as a burnt offering. Others argue that Jephthah's daughter was dedicated to lifelong service in the tabernacle, a form of living sacrifice. They point to the text mentioning her mourning her virginity, suggesting a life set apart for God's service rather than a physical death. This interpretation aligns with the practice of dedicating individuals to temple service, a common practice in ancient Israel. Section 4. The God who forbids human sacrifice. The possibility of human sacrifice, especially by a leader like Jephthah, raises troubling questions. It's crucial to remember that God clearly condemns human sacrifice. The story of Abraham and Isaac underscores this point. God stopped Abraham from sacrificing his son, demonstrating his abhorrence of such acts. Leviticus chapter 18 verse 21 states, "Do not give any of your children to be sacrificed to Molech, for you must not profane the name of your God. I am the Lord." This verse underscores God's unwavering stance against child sacrifice. It's unlikely that God, who had previously condemned such practices, would command or condone Jephthah's actions. Section 5. The weight of our words. The story of Jephthah's vow serves as a stark reminder of the weight of our words. Jephthah's vow, made in the heat of the moment, had devastating consequences. His story teaches us the importance of careful consideration before making promises, especially those involving God. Proverbs chapter 18 verse 21 reminds us, "The tongue has the power of life and death. Our words have the power to build up or tear down, to heal or to harm."